Guatemala, Uzbekistan, Poland, Armenia, and the referee from Slovakia, Radoslav Simon.
Those are our judges. India have brought the full complement, actually, 20 fighters to this World Youth Championships. Mongolia have brought 8, 4 men, 4 women. Radoslav Simon of Slovakia, the man in the middle, Vikas of India in the red, ENKHZORIGT of Mongolia in the blue. Both of these boxed yesterday, so this a second bout in consecutive days for this pair. Vikas, orthodox fighter, ENKHZORIGT, southpaw. As I said, Vikas is more of the come-forward fighter. He will look to close that gap, use that high guard, get up close, into range, and throw. ENKHZORIGT is a bit more in and out. You look at those southpaw feet, that southpaw stance. But that's a good left hand on the inside there from Vikas. Vikas is going to force this. He's going to really push this. He's not going to allow ENKHZORIGT just to stand on the borderline of range and just come in and out with those feet. Looking to lead off with the right hand there, Vikas, then a little left on the inside. Got that guard up. He looks a little bit ungainly at times, the Indian fighter, but the head guard isn't quite secure there. The chin strap has just slipped up over the chin and kind of onto the bottom of the face. I've got to make sure that that's protecting him first of all, and also that it's comfortable. But a good start to the fight. ENKHZORIGT looking to try and throw that combination and then take those feet back. That's what he'll do if Vikas allows him to do it. Vikas steps in and throws the right hand himself there. Right to the body there from Vikas. ENKHZORIGT just hits the gloves with the 1-2, then gets a little bit closer. That chin strap's still not quite right there for the Mongolian. They need to sort that out. Short with the right hand there, Vikas, and that's what ENKHZORIGT will be looking to try and make happen. He knows that Vikas is going to come for him. If they stand off, then he knows that sooner or later the Indian fighter is going to come for him. When that happens, if he can just take half a step back, make him fall short, and then counter, then he can win this fight that way. Yeah, they're going to go back to the corner and try and get that readjusted. It's just not quite, the strap's just not quite underneath his chin, so as soon as it moves a bit, it kind of comes up and it's probably quite uncomfortable. So second interruption. There comes Vikas, and that is a slip. Looked fairly dramatic over on the far side of the ring, but that was a slip. Right hand to the body there from Vikas. In comes ENKHZORIGT, lets those hands go. Vikas leans in, grabs hold of him. I don't think there was all that much that ENKHZORIGT could have done about that, to be honest. Vikas came in with his head quite low. On the inside, ENKHZORIGT, I think, got the better of that exchange just about into the final minute of round one. Not that easy around to score this, because on the inside, Vikas lands a left hand there. When they get up close, they're just throwing blizzards of punches and working out what has landed and what hasn't. Can be a bit tricky. Left hand to the body there from ENKHZORIGT. Right to the body there from Vikas. Decent scoring shot. ENKHZORIGT letting his hands go, but then catches a jab high on the forehead. If he stands in front of VIKAS for any length of time, ENKHZORIGT, then something is always going to come back. Shake with the left hand, fell short, and VIKAS comes back with his right. Final 10 seconds left to the body there. I think just about got through from ENKHZORIGT. High octane stuff in that opening 3 minutes. I think I would probably go blue corner with that one, but there wasn't a massive amount in it. VIKAS, as I said, he's a hard-working fighter. He will do this the hard way. And, well, we've got split scoring there, 10-9s, 4 10-9s for VIKAS, 1 10-9 for ENKHZORIGT. As I said, it was tight. It was a tight round. With someone like VIKAS, it's very difficult to work out, for all the industry and energy, how much actually gets through. He looks a little bit untidy at times, but I think he probably ends up doing a bit more clean work than you might first appear.
Seconds out, please.
Someone like ENKHZORIGT, his punches are a bit easier to see because he will generally be just that little bit further out when he throws, and he wants to try and catch you on the end of that 1-2. VIKAS doesn't care how they get there. Steps in and manages to reach with a left followed by right there, VIKAS. Just tapping with the jab there, ENKHZORIGT, then times VIKAS nicely with the left hand as he comes forward. I think ENKHZORIGT needs to try and make VIKAS turn a little bit more. Just keep him moving, keep him turning. If you're going to stand in front of him, or if you're just going to pull out and pull back, then he can stay on you. Good left hand there from ENKHZORIGT. Nice uppercut as VIKAS came in. Then just using those hands, popping those hands off, but landed on gloves. Then the left hand again from the Mongolian. VIKAS again just looking to try and wade forward there. Looking for the right hand, doesn't really manage to land it, but he's very persistent. Does land a right hand eventually. Sweeps in with a right to the body there, VIKAS. Volley of punches came in from ENKHZORIGT, nothing really on them, but they did score. Left hand from ENKHZORIGT, and then takes his feet back, manages to catch VIKAS on the counter. Throws that single left hand there, ENKHZORIGT, and just holds his feet, and that's not what he wants to be doing against somebody like VIKAS, because, as I said, if he stands in front of him for any length of time, then he's leaving himself open, really, because the Indian fighter will just get on top of him, and he will land something. If he can throw those punches and just spin off to the side, ENKHZORIGT, pivot around that front foot, he's going to make things a lot more difficult for VIKAS, but at the minute, he doesn't really look like he's prepared to do that. He comes in and out in straight lines, mainly. Left hand there from ENKHZORIGT was a good shot, but VIKAS doesn't blink, comes forward, lands his own right. Left hand there from VIKAS. Two or three of those landed on the gloves and the left hand to the body. Long right hand from VIKAS, does get there just about. He can be quite deceptive like that. He really steps in. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to reach. And then he does into the final minute, deep into the final minute now of round 2. VIKAS with the advantage from round 1, remember. ENKHZORIGT with a nice left hand. VIKAS he's always got an answer. Reaching for the right hand there, VIKAS. That one was short. ENKHZORIGT almost making him pay. Then ENKHZORIGT going to the body. He knows that he really needs this second round, the Mongolian, and he's boxing like it. At the conclusion of the round here, nice right hand from VIKAS, but ENKHZORIGT has really upped the tempo in the last 20 seconds or so. That tells you something in itself. He feels that the round is tight and he knows he needs his second round. There goes the bell, and the scoring of that one's going to be crucial. Absolutely crucial. You see that head guard still in a slightly funny position. Well, it's 4-1, but the other way around this time. Sadie Duffy, who's just to my right-hand side, going 10-9 VIKAS. That's probably how I would have gone in that round as well. So I've got this, I'm in a minority here, the way I've scored this. I would have gone the first round to the Mongolian, the second round to the Indian fighter. It's been close, it's been tight. It's not been all that easy to separate them. Because you look at that combination there from ENKHZORIGT, for example, it looks good, but not that much really gets through there. He throws three, four punches, they land on the gloves, and then he'll go to the body, and that's really the one scoring shot in that exchange. Whereas with VIKAS, his ratio, if you like, his punch completion percentage, not that that matters, it's all about what does land and what effect it has, would probably be higher. These are the things that judges have to think about when they're trying to work out who's won a round. And when there's a lot of leather flying like there is here, it's a difficult job. Nice right hand on the inside there from ENKHZORIGT. So it's all up for grabs, this third and final round. VIKAS of India in the blue, ENKHZORIGT of Mongolia. VIKAS of India rather in the red, ENKHZORIGT of Mongolia in the blue, and the referee just warning ENKHZORIGT about keeping the head up. What neither one of these can afford in this closing round is to lose a point. We've seen quite a lot of points go in Ring B over the first couple of days. I believe very, very few in Ring A, but we've seen plenty of point deductions in Ring B. And sometimes the referees don't really give any particular warning. It's at their discretion, they don't have to. Good left hand there from VIKAS. But in a three-round fight, a tight three-round fight, a point deduction can be absolutely fatal. Heading towards the midway point of the round, VIKAS committing to the attack as he always does. Left to the body there from ENKHZORIGT. And then they just come in close and nobody's really got enough room to get anything done. Nice combination there from ENKHZORIGT. I think the final punch of it, the left hand got through and just managed to slide those feet back out of range as VIKAS came forward. A minute to go. A minute to go. VIKAS again just marauding forward as he has done right from the very start. Left to the body there from ENKHZORIGT, who maybe has just found a little bit of an answer in the last minute or so, finding decent distance, throwing those hands and then taking his feet back. What he's done in the fight a bit too much in the first two rounds is just pop off those combinations, hitting gloves. Spent too long basically in front of VIKAS doing that, whereas now he's looking for a couple of punches and then getting back out. VIKAS with a kind of smearing right hand as he came forward there into the final 20 seconds. VIKAS aiming a left, aiming a right. Didn't manage to land. Single left hand there from ENKHZORIGT. Left hand got through, I think, to the chest there too. Well, bell's going to go any time now. Good fight. Good fight. They both claimed victory at the end there. The Mongolian corner seemed quite confident. The Indian corner seemed quite confident as well. And it's going to come down to the scoring of that final round. Long right hand there on the replay from VIKAS landed. I just thought towards the end there that ENKHZORIGT maybe got to grips with things a little bit better. He wasn't getting caught quite as much. Was looking more for single shots, two punch combinations. I would probably go his way with that final one. But this has been a tight fight all the way through. I don't think anybody could really argue too much if either one of these gets this.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this bout, win by points with split decision from the blue corner, Sukhbat, ENKHZORIGT, Mongolia.
Well, he gets it. He gets it. ENKHZORIGT, 4 cards in his favour, and he's absolutely delighted. Big shift put in there by VIKAS. I feel for him a bit because he had plenty of success in that fight. He played an enormous part in it, but he just couldn't quite get it. And in that final round, it's 10-9s from 4 judges in favour of ENKHZORIGT. And